Hey there, everybody. Happy Saturday to you. It is the day before Monday, Memorial Day. I hope all of you are having a sweet weekend and that we are, really gravitating to the reason that we have Memorial Day, and we so much appreciate the people who gave it all, including folks that I know that gave it all. When I was just a little girl in church, one of our church members, a young man named Stephen, was killed in Vietnam, and I remember very vividly, sitting in the sanctuary and hearing the preacher talk about Stephen and his dear mom, and it was heartbreaking and devastating. I'm going to show you kind of just a little how-to today. It's super simple, y'all. This is my BIG glue book. You've seen it before. I'll continue to do a bit of work in it off camera. I'm taking a lot off camera these days. For a lot of reasons. That's why you're not seeing a lot of videos from me, but from time to time I will be here. I really do always appreciate those Venmo tips. You guys, thanks so much for tipping me on Venmo. I really, really appreciate it. All right, so we've perused some backgrounds here. I wanted to show you what I've made with the backgrounds that I have previously made in this book. I'm making some journal covers. I wanted to create some journals that were fairly simple, especially I wanted to be able to tuck 8.5 by 11 coffee dyed paper into these journals. So they're super simple. This is a background that I made in my BIG glue book. And this is just an image that I cut from a calendar. I'm going to show you just a little technique to really make those calendar images work for you. Another journal cover here, one here, and this is the background that I created. And then this was just something that I cut from a calendar. Like I said, same thing, background, a little bit of pen work, and an image cut from a calendar. When I'm using a calendar image, it's really hard to find a matte finish for a calendar image. You almost can't really do it. But what I like to do first is just take my favorite thing in the whole wide world, which is a Sharpie, and go around the image. So that's what we'll do. You don't even have to be too fussy about this, because it's if you capture a little bit of the blue or the background, then that just kind of makes it look a wee shabby, right? And that that shabby look is always very nice when you're doing mixed media work. So we have tagged this all the way around. A lot of times the antennae are kind of like a conundrum. So what I like to do is kind of trace around this way and kind of capture the antenna like this. Now, as I get into this, sometimes that just does not look right. So what I'll do is, and I'm going to go ahead and Sharpie this in, just in case I'm not liking the way that this curvy line right here is looking. All right, so we've got that done. Let's go ahead and cut this out. And I'll show you one that I've already done and how nice this technique kind of works out. Of course, when I'm cutting something, I like to just cut away most of the other stuff, kind of being careful about what is on the other side of this paper. Also, it's kind of fun to keep this paper and use it in your BIG glue book. My BIG glue book is a former Foxy planner. I did not gravitate to the planner. Thought I was, but I did not gravitate to it. Okay, I can tell right now that I'm not going to like the wavy line. Let's cut that away. Cut this away right here. I have to tell y'all that my mom sends me cut up Kleenexes and boxes, Kleenex boxes, not Kleenexes, Kleenex boxes. And she loves to cut coupons. Cutting coupons was a huge thing for us when I was growing up. My dad's shop, his machine shop, was across from a place in Charlotte called Chesapeake Paper Stock. And it was where people, it was salvaged paper basically, and they had this big floor in there, and they would just dump magazines without the covers on them, and the inserts from newspapers that had all the coupons. And it is probably where I learned to be such an avid reader. There was just always so much there. Comic books, paperbacks, everything. I mean, they just had everything there. And they would put it all in like this huge chopper thing, chop it up and recycle it into different kinds of paper, or just sell it for scrap or whatever. But it was always a lot of fun to go to Chesapeake Paper Stock. All right, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, Mama likes to cut things out. So she always likes to cut out coupons and things like that. She really does look forward to doing that, because honestly it's so helpful, especially now since grocery prices are just cray-cray. We've got our image cut out. I like to kind of just sort of flip through here and see if I see, I mean, that would be super pretty. What I'm looking for are images that are going to kind of go this way, though, because that's what I'm using for, and I came to this this way to use this book way before I did these pages. So we'll just kind of flip through here and see if we see anything that is going to make, you know, like a nice background for this. And I do see something right there that we can use as a background. I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. I'm not sure where this will lead me, but I'll look at it a little bit later and decide, you know, what I'm going to do with it and how it might be a part of a journal cover. You see that? That's why it's super fun to have a glue book and make your own backgrounds. I like projects that are going somewhere. Playing with a book, for me, has to have a purpose, right? So I have to be able to use what I've made to create other things. It's my nature. That's just how I do things. This is, I want to show you this real quick. So we made something super pretty there. This is, let's see if I can get this baby together. This is one that's kind of coming together right now. So we've worked on this in a horizontal way, but I am going to take it, a portrait, I'm going to take it into a landscape, and we'll just put some collage together real quick today, just for the funs of it. This is a piece that I had in this book, and this is like a sweet collage element for, I do have like one or two vintage National Geographic maps still in the shop, but those things went like hotcakes, which I was really happy about. So check it out if you're looking for like vintage maps to use with this project. All right, so there we go. I mean, that's going to be a perfect image to use on one of these coffee paper journals. Yeah, that's going to be pretty. I should probably keep this all together so I don't forget what I did what I did there. All right, let's make some backgrounds. I'm using a stack of wonderful cutouts from Lori B, Lori B's our mystery girl. I do not know who she is. I am so grateful to her because she sends me boxes of just the finest stuff. And it's like Chris the other day brought one in from the porch, and he was like, so the return address is a lady named Lori B, and she lives here. And I'm like, no, she doesn't live here. It's you know, she's just a mystery gal, but my gosh, what a mystery gal. We've got a whole pack of things to play with here. I can see a couple things like right at the top of the stack that I cut out and put in here that I think would make a super cool journal cover. So I think we'll kind of start with that, and I'll put some things over here as well. Really love this Lidl brochure. I thought was super, super neato. I like things, you know, I like free art supplies. Who doesn't like free art supplies, right? So what I'm going to do here, and I'm basically going to create a couple of journal covers. Not going to be too fussed about it. That's no fun. All right, let's get that down. I like it. Also, thank you, Michelle, for my Dick Blick glue sticks. I really appreciate that so much. They are marvelous. Just marvelous. It's nice to do a project and, you know, you've always got that Dick Blick going on, and it's like, oh, it's awesome. Someone sent me some Elmer's glue. Glue sticks that were really good too. I was very happy to get those. I mean, I guess y'all know that I don't actually have a car anymore. So many times somebody sends you something, it's really nice. Chris takes me anywhere I need to go. But, you know, I don't have a vehicle to get around anymore. All right, this was my idea. I love this Prosecco bottle. This is one of my very favorite things. This is an edge here. I'm gonna scoot that. I'm kind of looking at it half and half, you know. I'm gonna scoot this over here. I do have a little bit of an edge right here, but what I'll do is, got these great pens from Lori too, distress markers, and this is what I've been using instead of ink pads. So I can kind of use one of my distress markers to define that edge right there. Here we go, use this. Oh, the sun is out. The sun is so nice to see. Oh, goodness. It's rained and been misty. It's like, you know, living in Seattle, and we've started watching Stranger Things, and it's like that dark, mystical, magical sort of weather pattern that we've had. It ain't been no fun, I'll tell you that. I was worried that my plants were going to get drowned. Of course, then also worried about the farm. Our strawberry crop is amazing this year. So grateful to be back at work as the PR representative for the farm. So, so I'm kind of seeing that might work, but I'm digging the butterflies up here, and I'm thinking that I've used the butterflies before to do some focal imagery. I'm going to pop that over there for just a minute while my thoughts are thinking. So, well, might use that. Might use that. You can bring these to a point, and then, of course, do your decorating on them, right? So I have some of these really pretty things. Also, that Lori sent these awesome stickers. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? But kind of what I'm looking for is just a cutout. Just something. Hey, look at that. It says California. Is this a California one? I don't know, but it doesn't matter. California is a big producer. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this here. The fun thing about this is that you can have fun doing your collage, and then you can put that collage to use. This is fantastic paper in this former Foxy planner. Let's scoot that over there, and I'll do something with the Lidl logo over here. So stay tuned, because you will see this as a journal cover for my Coffee Dad paper journals. I think that's pretty much all I'm going to put in those journals. I don't have paper right now, but I think Coffee Dad anything is so much fun, don't you? All right, so there we go. We've got a couple of journal covers. Doop, doop. Great, done. Let's flip. Let's see what else is in here. Just gonna pull some things out. Alright, let's start. See if I have anything kind of big-ish to start with. This looks like something. Look at that. There we go. Perfect. So, gonna do two. Let's tear that. Let's see if I have anything else that might be big-ish. Oh, I love that. That's super cool. So, this is kind of standalone right here. You know what I'm talking about? I've got this too. Love, 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 Lori. Love these. She really made use of the text here. Okay. I'm liking that. I feel like I need one more little piece. Okay. See what else we have. I like that too. That's cool. Oh, a road and bike map. That might be something to just kind of All right, I think what I'm gonna do, I want to flip back in here and see if I can see more background that I could use. And I know I have some pink going on here, so that might look cool. Okay, I think I see what might work. Handy to have backgrounds. I'm really looking at this. I think the B might have to go, but that's okay because I can use something else. Really love this image. Let's get out our distress marker, the brush side of it. Go ahead and give this a little bit of distress right here, just on the edges, right? Man, that's so much easier than an ink pad, especially if you're working like with a magazine image. I love these markers. They have a brush side and a fine tip side. Makes them kind of perfect. Just flip this back over. Really do want to keep the bee. I'm enamored with the bee. I'm gonna cut this off. I'm just sort of eyeballing how wide I'm making these. I'm using the very last bit of actual scrapbook paper that I have to make the covers, right? So these are about 4.5 by 8. 4.5 by 8. This is a great way to just use what you have. 4.5 by 8. I think I might just have to ditch the B. I'll put something else over there. It'll be all right. So 4.5 by 8. Okay. I'm anxious to get out in my garden and do some planting today. We've got tomatoes, peppers, beets. Everything's coming up great. We're just growing things on the deck because of the varmint in the garden. However, that situation may have remedied itself. I didn't do it. Chris didn't do it, but one of my neighbors said he did. I said, "What did you do with it?" And he said, "I took it for a rod." I was like, "Oh, jeez, yeah. What happened to it?" You know, I had avoided doing anything to it because I felt bad, but it was literally eating everything that I planted. And it's been doing that for a couple of years. Just couldn't, the price of food is too much to continue to try and share it with a critter, especially because I'm using, you know, I'm using veggies to supplement the dog food now. They'll have some peas and have some carrots and things like that in their food. All right, that made a really sweet cover. I'm liking that. I do feel like I need to add something to it. You know, like maybe over here, maybe one of these things would be super cool. One of these stickers. Let's do some yellow. Like a yellow butterfly. Okay, there we go. All right, so, you know, this will pop on the front of a journal, coffee dyed paper. And I should have those ready. And it's going to be a while. It's just going to be a while before I have my coffee dyed journals ready. But, you know, do look for them in the Etsy store. Mentioning the Etsy store, I have some of my eBay and Poshmark clothing for sale on the Etsy store as well. So do check those things out. I am very committed to recycling, repurposing. There's a great article about the really powerful market, the resale market for clothing and furniture and things like that. We all should make the commitment to keep things out of landfill as much as possible. Thanks, you guys, for hanging out with me today. I'm going to work just a little bit more, but it's almost time to go outside because the sun is shining, and I'm hoping that the sun is making the saturated ground easier to dig. Thanks, y'all. See you soon. Bye.